Hi, welcome for our RTL online trainings and placements. Myself, this is Chandra. We are going to have today demo session about Oracle Fusion Cloud Advanced Human Capital Management with Redwood Pages as well as with artificial intelligence. This is our first batch. We are going to start with advanced HCM and we are going to have the 30 working hours for this batch we are going to have. And from Monday onwards, we are going to start 7:30 p.m. onwards. So now this demo is going to be about what are the modules we are going to cover in advanced HCM, as well as what are the things we are going to discuss in Redwood Pages, why we required Redwood Pages, and what is the stage of artificial intelligence in human capital management. Will it be really useful for the clients? Now the clients are expecting artificial intelligence in human capital management. That's what we are going to discuss. So before we start, if someone is not subscribed to our channel, I request everyone please subscribe for our channel to get the latest updates about Oracle Cloud trainings and placements in the cloud environments always. And if you have any doubts, please communicate with our admin. This is our admin number. So regarding the trainings and as well as the placements and freelance works, you can communicate with our admin person here. Okay. Yeah, during the training session, if you have any doubts, you have the option, you can raise the hand so that I'll unmute and we can have the discussion about that. And we are going to have the detailed syllabus, what we are going to cover in this advanced HCM course. That's what we are going to discuss. I hope everybody is clear with the global HR module, at least, excuse me. The people who are attending for this demo, you are clear with the global HR. I feel that. Maybe you are comfortable with payroll options and talent, doesn't matter. But global HR is required. A payroll somewhat is required because when we are talking about benefits and time and labor, when we try to post the elements and all, we should be in a position to see that. Because once we define benefits relationship that I would like to see from payroll module point of view, the elements are created or not, and the elements are associated for employee or not from person management page. Okay, the basic of payroll. But global HR point of view, you should be very clear. But of course, we'll be covering when it is integrating with ORC before we start with that. But make sure that you are clear with the global HR, at least one module. That's the prerequisite. So before you are attending for this batch, you should be clear with that global HR module. That's the basic module. Okay. So let me start with our presentation here. I have prepared a small presentation about the scores and other things. Yeah. So first we'll be starting with ORC module. Nowadays, ORC module, almost every client is going to implement because client wants to track entire onboarding process in the application. And ORC license cost also less compared to other modules when it comes to the applications point of view. It's got stabilized also, ORC, Oracle Recruitment Cloud. If client wants to manage entire recruitment process through the application, complete recruitment, onboarding process, everything, if they wanted to go for manage, then we will be using this ORC module. So we are going to have first recruitment cloud. So we'll be discussing complete recruitment cycle. After that, we'll be talking about onboarding process, entire onboarding process, right from releasing the offer letter to the candidate, acceptance from the candidate, moving the candidate profile from ORC to HR as pending worker, and make this pending worker as an employee in HR. How we will go ahead with that. So that we will be using in this here. So when it comes to the onboarding process, we have different stages. We'll be going through all the stages practically. And then security point of view, what are the different roles we have in ORC and what are the approvals we have, we'll be discussing. Approval process, most of the times it will be management hierarchies. We also have the BPM workflow processes that we can apply for the ORC and how we will go for integrate this ORC module with global HR, because when as a hiring manager, when I'm going to raise a requisition in ORC module, I'm supposed to choose for which legal entity we required this resource, for which department we required this resource, what is the job and what is the position. This is all information we are supposed to fill when we are raising the requisition. Of course, we also fill requisition templates and interview questionnaire sections and feedback sections and interview attachments and other details. But majorly, when we talk about from the global HR point of view, whatever the enterprise structure we configured in global HR that we are supposed to access in the ORC. So that we will be going through how we can go for integrate, and that we are going to access through the ORC requisition here. Okay. So there are different roles in ORC. Like we have hiring manager. It is one of the abstract role. We know that application is completely RBAC, role-based access control. Based on the roles user can access the application. We have four categories in roles: abstract role, job role, duty roles, and data roles, right? So a hiring manager is one of the abstract role which is used to raise the requisition, means request when the organizations are required some job requisitions. And then we have recruiter job role, then we have recruitment manager, and then we have recruitment administrator, then we have recruiter agent, recruiting agent. So we'll be discussing about all these five roles in ORC module. What are the differences between all these five roles and where do we use this? Okay. So when it comes to the recruitment cycle, first a hiring manager is going to be there. He's going to raise the requisition. He's going to raise a requisition. Then we see the recruiter enter here. Recruiter completes the requisition. Once the recruiter fill the complete requisition details, then the recruiter will go for post the job requisition, either internal site or external site. So career sites we can configure with the different options we have. We have Redwood pages, we have the classic page, so we will be able to post it over there. The client also can have their own recruitment web application. We can go for integrate that. But for that, we required OSCS, Oracle Integration Cloud Services. But I can tell you that theoretically, I'll not be able to show you practically in case if the client is having their own recruitment application, how we can post the job in their application, in their web application. So I'll tell you the process, but we don't have that right. So we'll not be able to do that posting. But obviously, Oracle itself will provide the recruitment cycle, the recruitment career site. So we'll be posting there and how the candidate can apply for the jobs and how the profile will be updated, how the artificial intelligence is going to take all this information and fill the details automatically. So this is all we are going to discuss practically that. So how the candidate apply through career site, job portals, or any agencies. Then how the recruiters are going to screen the profiles and then schedule the interviews. So then feedback, we are going to have the interview conduction, and then we are going to have the feedback. We get the feedback from the HR manager and try to release the offer letter, then offer acceptance from the candidate, and then complete the hiring activity. Then the employee will be pending worker. The moment when employee join in the organization, it will be moved. It will be moved into the HR, person management. We can see that here. We can see that in the person management over here. Okay. So this is entire recruitment cycle. What we are going to see practically right from the beginning. So raising the requisition, and what are the setups we do while raising the requisition, and how the recruiter is going to complete the requisition process, means specifying the facilitators and then who are the recruiters, and then the interview mode, screening, pre-interview questions, questionnaire templates, and then how to set up the interview mode, whether it is personal interview or it is going to be through Zoom or any other conference that will be specified at the time of configuring this requisition by the recruiter. And then recruiter posts the job requisition in career site, how to post it in career site. Excuse me. Okay. So how the candidates will apply through career site. So then we'll have the recruiter screening different stages as we will find. And all the stages are very important when we are going to work with the recruitment. And then we are supposed to configure the value sets and lookups in the ORC that we will see. In fact, the flex fields also. And then conducting the interviews and then sharing the interview feedback, requesting the feedback and moving the offer letter to the candidate acceptance offer letter and complete hiring act. So these are the different stages we are going to have. So here is our detailed syllabus copy. So we'll start with first recruitment cloud. So what is recruiting? What are the users and securities we have? First, we'll go through the complete end cycle end to end because when we are configuring this ORC module for the client in the initial stage, we are supposed to conduct the workshops to the client. When we are conducting the workshops, we are supposed to show how the application is going to work as like end user, how the client employees can use this ORC product. So we have to run entire recruitment cycle, end to end, entire recruitment cycle as an end user so that the client will tell us what are the changes required, what are the changes required for this application, either requisition templates or pre-screenings, questionnaire templates or different stages or career site job posting or different options when requisition number is going to be generated automatic or manual. So this is all required here. And then we will be discussing about the job application flows. What are different flows we have for the job application, career site and experience. This job offer letter creating and all, actually it comes under BI reports. We will have different templates like interview templates and job offer templates and all. So these all templates, I'll show you theoretically like where do we find these templates because the query writing and all is a technical consultant responsibility. We'll be discussing that theory part, like where do we find the templates and all, but practically we'll not be able to customize the BI report. But I'll show you where do we do that, where the technical consultants will do that work. And exclusively this ORC module, as Oracle says that 25A onwards, because 25A onwards, we have a lot of features in Redwood. And Oracle also has said initially from 25A means present quarter onwards, Redwood is mandatory, but of course they moved to 25C. Most probably by end of this year, they support for both classic UI as well as for the ORC. But 26A means next year, first quarter onwards. I don't think so. Oracle will give the option in case if you say I will use some classic UI pages. They say right now we have both options. If client wants to use classic UI, yes, go ahead. You can go for set the profile option, and then you can use classic UI. And if you say you are flexible with Redwood pages, then you can go ahead. So that option is there till end of this year. We find that option. But 26 onwards, I don't think so. That option will be given by Oracle. Complete UI will be Redwood pages from the transaction pages point of view. Okay. So in ORC module, HDL templates are there. We will be seeing how we can go for load the data by using HDL. One example we'll be discussing. Reporting part means like OTBI analysis is very important in ORC because the client wants to analyze the data. What are the profiles they have received and all that we'll be seeing that. What are different subject areas we have in ORC that we'll be discussing. And flex fields, we work with the descriptive flex fields, extensible flex field. We don't have any key flex fields on ORC. Entire HCM, we have only two key flex fields, right? One is from global HR, people group key flex field. One is from payroll module, cost key flex field, cost allocation key flex field. So here we have only two. One is extensible, another one is a descriptive flex field that we'll be discussing. HCM Experience Design Studio, one of the responsive UI pages, as well as we were using for personalization point of view. This is somewhere it is required in ORC model because client wants to customize the pages. There are three ways we can customize the pages. Like classic UI, earlier we were using Page Composer and doing that. Then we got HCM Experience Design Studio, which is for responsive UI pages. Whenever some of the regions you would like to go for hide, some of the tasks you would like to go for enable or disable, we use HCM Experience Design Studio. That still exists. And Redwood Pages is completely different concept. We don't use Page Composer for that. In that place, we got complete Visual Builder we got. Okay, VBCS Cloud Services, where we are going to use VBCS Express mode and advanced mode that we will be using. Okay. So final end user experience, how it will work, and certification program, like how you are supposed to clear the interviews, as well as for the certifications in the ORC that we will be discussing. And then recruitment campaignings, talent community, scheduling process, onboarding checklist. This checklist concept earlier, it was onboarding process, it was a checklist, but now we have the journeys. Now we complete it. Journeys is the latest version always. No client is using checklist nowadays because journeys has got very good feedback. As well as a lot of features in journeys, different contextual journeys and normal journeys, and where you can apply the Redwood pages. And we can also go for personalized very easily journeys. So that's why we'll be talking about the journeys concept here in the ORC. So this entire recruitment cycle we'll be discussing here, and onboarding process, how we can go for onboarding process and what are the configurations we do for electronic signature or setting up the tasks, and different questionnaires. When it comes to the questionnaire, we'll have pre-interview questionnaire, pre-screening questions and other options. Okay, that we will be discussing. And security, it is common, whether it is global HR module, whatever you learned, like abstract role, duty role, job roles, and data roles with security profile. The same thing here, but we find different roles here. We are going to have different roles here. Recruiting administrator, recruiting agent, like that, hiring manager. We will have different roles in ORC that we will be discussing. Then we know that the approvals are very important. We have two options for configuration in the approvals. One is we can go through transaction console. There we are going to setting up the approvals, right? Selecting the process and configuring the approvals, either approval group or management hierarchy or position hierarchy, or we go with the representative or self-auto approve like that. And another one is BPM workflows. In BPM workflows, how we can set up the line manager and position hierarchy. This all we will be discussing. If it is serial, how it will work. If it is parallel approvals, again, two different types. Like one is consensus mode, another one is in first responder wins. So how we can set up the parallel approvals. So that we will be discussing in the workflows and approvals option regarding the ORC model. So these are mainly we see in ORC. One is recruitment cloud, another one is in onboarding and cloud security and workflows and approvals. All this finally integrate with the global HR. So we know that global HR is mainly for three parts. One is setting up the enterprise structure, setting up the workforce structure, setting up the workforce life cycle. These are the three. Of course, the security, approvals, position synchronization, trees, and other things comes into the picture. Those all are sub-components. The major components when it comes for global HR is setting up the enterprise structure, workforce structure, and workforce life cycle. See, the moment when you hire an employee here, then obviously he's going to start with the workforce life cycle, like a hiring process, transfers, global transfers, terminations, reverse terminations, rehiring process. That comes as a workforce life cycle. Initially, when we are going to start recruiting, so hiring manager, whenever he is going to raise the requisition, he is supposed to get for which organization is going to raise the requisition, job requisition, for which job family, and for which locations is going to rise, and who are the interviewers. So that comes with the global HR integration. So global HR module is going to have an integration with ORC in the initial stage and also in the ending stage. Ending stage means when candidate is going to become as an employee, obviously you are supposed to integrate candidate as an employee. That's how it will work. Okay. So that entire cycle we will be discussing in global HR with ORC module integration. So that's how it will work with ORC. Yeah. So any doubts here, please, guys, regarding the first module in advanced HCM about ORC? Anybody is having doubts, please tell. As I said, the global HR is the prerequisite for this. If somebody is not clear with the global HR, when I say global HR, if you don't know how to set up the enterprise structure, I have no idea what is enterprise structure, what is work structure, what is workforce life cycle. I don't know how to hire employee and about the roles and security, then this course is not going to be suitable because I'm not going with right from the basics. I feel that the audience are already clear with the first module and they are able to configure their enterprise structure, workforce structure. They are able to hire employee. They are able to set the manager. They are able to assign the roles. They have the clear idea about the roles and differences between the roles like abstract role, job role, and data role. That's fine. That's three levels. That is fine. Approvals and all, anyway, we'll discuss right from the beginning. If you do not have about the approvals idea, no issue. It's not a problem. But the basic, as I said, three parts: enterprise structure, workforce structure, and workforce life cycle. These three things you should be clear practically. Practically you should be clear, otherwise what happened when I start recruitment module and start login with that, again I'm not going to explain this is how you create username, this is how you add implementation roles, this is the security console and all, because those all are very basics. It comes in the beginning of the HCM. Yeah, that's the point I would like to highlight. So the people who are not clear with those topics, I'm sorry, this is not going to be, follow up for your next level. Yeah, please, Harish, go ahead. Harish, you have something.
So, yeah. So you mean if we are not confident on the global HR implementation, it will, this ORC we will not be able to understand at all?
You can understand when I teach right from the beginning. See, this was like the course itself, as I said, this course is mainly for advanced HCM. It means like the candidate should be clear with the global HR. If you are not having this idea, as I said, enterprise structure, workforce structure, and hiring employee for your legal entity, your business unit, your department location, then it's difficult to understand. You cannot understand.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to cover more concepts on ORC. I don't want to cover the basics from the HR. The motto of this course is mainly the advanced HCM. I wanted to cover ORC, then going forward compensation, OTL, benefits, then Redwood, and artificial intelligence. It has got a lot of latest stuff which you don't find. Very rarely you will find in the market. So if I go for concentrate on this basics, then it will be difficult to cover more subject. That's the reason. Yeah.
Okay. So what about in the earlier you were talking about some part topic called journeys? What is it actually?
So generally, earlier what happened, there was checklist. For example, you are going to join in some company. When you are going to join, some HR people will give you the sequence of tasks. Fill
Onboarding
up
list,
those,
correct.
yes, either onboarding or transfer or termination or leave apply. For example, you join in the company and after 6 months, you are trying to apply for a qualification plan and you have no idea what is qualification planning, what policies your company is going to follow. You wanted to have some
Okay.
brief idea. So what I'll do
Okay.
is I'll create one journey and I'll put up that before the qualification plan apply. So whenever employee do not have idea about qualification, he will go through the journey. When he go
Understand.
through the journey, he can understand. So when
So
I have some thousands of employees, I don't need to give the training or any other things to them, right? That's what journey is.
okay, instead of policy, here the terminology we have to use as a journey here.
Journeys. Earlier it was checklist, now journeys.
Checklist. Okay, got it. Uh, so did we already covered on the AI part, or we are going to? Are you
No,
going to
we
explain?
are in first one, WRC.
Okay, sure,
We
sure.
are
Yeah,
going to
sorry.
go to the next level. Fine, guys, that's about the wars, the first module which we are going to have. The second one is, let me open my presentation here. After completion of the WRC, we are going to start with compensation. So most of the clients nowadays, they started implementing compensation module. When the organizations wants to provide some compensation to the individual employees or group of employees, we have two different types: individual compensation, workforce compensation. For example, I would like to give spot bonus for one employee. I go with individual compensation. If we would like to provide group of employees, then we go with workforce compensation. Workforce compensation. How we can go for configure the budget, because which is very important for the organization when they are going to see payroll is different. That is a basic thing. Every organization is supposed to do it every month. When it comes for the compensation or benefits, which is additional budgetary for budget for the organizations, they are supposed to take care of that. So how we configure the budget and how we will prepare the compensation statements, total compensation statements. Whenever we are going to set up this compensation, we'll have an individual and workforce compensation. Then we'll set up the budget configuration for that. During this process, we will be using compensation administrator mainly for setting up the major components from the compensation point of view, like setups individual as well as workforce, and what are the eligibility profiles, and how we can set up the multiple eligibility profiles. Out of that, how we will make specific eligibility profile as mandatory. So that we are going to do it from the administrator. As an analyst, so we are going to have the different options setting up for the multiple workforce and the compensation manager who will manage the compensation plans and associate for the employees for the enrollment. Okay. So this is all we are going to discuss, and we will be discussing what are different fast formulas comes under the compensation. I'll not be able to create new fast formulas in compensation. That's a different concept actually. But I'll be explaining what are different compensation fast formulas are there, because which is very important as a functional consultant. When we are implementing one module for the client, what are the static setups and configurations we can do, and what are the dynamic setups and configurations we can achieve through the fast formulas, we should be very clear. So that when we are going to give the estimation time for the client for an implementation as a functional consultant, I can go for configure this module within this time as per your requirement. If you have some dynamic requirements, yes, what are those requirements? Whether those requirements I can achieve it through the fast formulas or not. If not, then what is the alternative work around this, right? So that type of analysis we are supposed to provide in the initial stage itself. That's why we required the different types of fast formulas which we have in compensation. So that we will be discussing here. So let me show you the detailed syllabus copy of the compensation module. So once we complete the ORC, complete implementation, everything is done, then we'll move to the second module, compensation module. So we'll be discussing workforce structure and derived factors eligibility profiles. What are different elements we have in compensation? And finally, all those elements should land it in payroll, right? That where do we see? And we see the fast formula architecture, compensation, different fast formulas we have, how to set up individual and workforce compensation, and how we can configure the spot bonus payroll elements. And this is very important. What is budget for the compensation and budget configuration? Whenever we are working with the budget, there will be a page layout. When we are going to show this budget to the client, in the page layout, we will be having different components. What are the components you would like to show it to the user? Means the management, and what you would like, very important task. Okay. After that, we are going to have some reports, compensation reports, and we are supposed to run some of the batches for the compensation point of view. And then we'll be discussing. And the basic things we know already, individual compensation and workforce compensation differences. Where do we find total statements, compensation statements? So this all we are going to work in the compensation model. These all tasks we are going to see it practically here. This is our second module. After completion of the ORC module, then we are going to have this second module, compensation. Next, once compensation is completed, then very important module, most of the clients nowadays started implementation
Um,
OTL.
um,
Yes,
I have
please.
a So do you do the approval also? Do you teach approval how to set the approval process?
Approvals will be discussing in ORC module. Most of the modules, wherever the approvals are there, same procedure will be followed. Maybe the approval rules when we are defining the attributes might be different, but the process, the base is same, whether serial approval or parallel. If it is parallel, again, it is consensus mode or first responder wins or management hierarchy, supervisor hierarchy. So we'll be working with approvals in ORC module, the same process for any module. So I'll not be specifically explaining again approvals in compensation or OTL or benefits. If somebody wants to go with some approvals, that again they go with the same process. Yeah.
So when you covered fast formulas, are we going to learn again the concepts of the basic writing a query, or will you be teaching the
I'll be
process?
explaining what are different fast formulas we have in compensation. Means
Okay,
different compensation fast formulas we have and what exactly that fast formula will do it. But I'll not be able to create a new fast formula and attach that to the compensation plan and execute, but I'll explain like how that fast formula will work because
okay,
that process entire thing will come later. But as a functional consultant, it is mandatory that we must know what formulas are there in every module. And in case if client says that I want to achieve, I would like to have this business process, we should be in a position to give the commitment whether that provision is possible or not, either through static or dynamically through formulas. So that level we can provide. Yeah.
okay.
Do you do like HDL load for the user defined table or external data?
The HDL process I will explain for ORC. In case if at all you would like to upload the compensation data or OTL, the format you have to follow, but we'll not be covering that again in compensation.
But you will explain where the templates are, right? So it should be the same for
Yes,
any Okay,
yes.
got it.
What is HDL process? How we can upload couple of templates will do it, and of course you can go for the remaining objects. Okay. So that's where we are coming up with the third module, OTL, time and labor. Okay. So when the organizations are going to maintain the timesheets, time card entries, some clients will be using some different devices. They can have, mobile applications or through any other third-party tools, they'll be entering the time card entries. And how we can get this time card entries into our Fusion applications, we'll be discussing. So mainly we are going to have what is time card, what are different components we see in time card. We see the time entry layout. So how the employees can enter the timesheet. In general, our language, we call it as timesheet. And when it comes to this here, time card, like what is start time, end time, any adjustments are like that, time entry layouts we are going to have. Then what are attributes we would like to display on the time card and different categories that we will be having. Then entry layout components and the layout, what are the components we are going to have that we can customize depends. And defining the rules, time card rules setting up, very important. So this is very important for us. What are the rules we can set up for time card entry? And let's say for a client says that more than 9 hours, I don't want to allow the employee for entry. So how we can go for set up that? In case if there are any excess time also, but after approval I would like to go for accept. If we don't approve, it has to go for the old entry whatever we have entered, so that we wanted to go. So how we can do that, defining rules, that we will be discussing. And then time and labor manager, time and labor administrator, majorly these two roles we are going to use for working with time and labor model. So we will be working with that component. When it comes for the detailed syllabus of the OTL, here is option we have. So first we'll be talking about business flow, means as an end user, how we are going to use this OTL module. Majorly, this OTL module will have an integration with our payroll as well as in our projects module, project accounting, PPM, project portfolio management, because the employees wants to fill the project details here also, project name and all. So how we can integrate that, we'll be discussing, as well as in absences also. What is time card and time card components, time card attributes, time entry layout components, how to set up that, and how we can go for group this components, HCM components, then repeating time periods, and working with the time entry profiles, time processing profile. When the clients are using the devices, maybe clients will have multiple applications. They might have entered a timesheet in a third-party tool. How we can migrate that information? That's actually the integration people will take it. Generally, we don't go for involve in that. But when we get the data, how we can go for import and how we can go for modify that information, that we will be discussing here, that we are going to talk about. And then we'll be discussing here different options like templates. What are different templates? As I said, compensation fast formulas, same thing, OTL fast formulas, whatever we have, that we will be discussing here. I'll try to execute one fast formula practically by taking, but I cannot give commitment at this point of time. But I'll try it. So someone has multiple times has asked that, yes, we wanted to have at least one fast formula practically. Yeah, I'll try to do that simple formula. It works. Yeah. Yes, Anand, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So related to PPM, when we are working with OTL, like will there be a basic basic overview on PPM, how it
Yes,
is linked with
yes.
OTL and
Yes, yes, yes. Because PPM is completely different. It has got a vast application like project costing, billing, and other. But
yeah.
we'll be just discussing how we can create a project and associate for an employee, how the employee can fill the time card for that project. That we will be
Okay.
talking about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's about the third module. After completion of ORC, then compensation module and time and labor. So that's what we'll be discussing here. Next, the final module, which is going to be benefits. As I said, total 4 modules. This is going to be our final module, benefits. We will be working with US benefits, US legislation, benefits module. We know that benefits module has got excellent structure when the organizations wants to provide the benefits for the employees. It has got an excellent paid time off or insurance. When the organizations wants to provide some health benefits to the employees, retirement benefits, or life insurance, or wellness program, or paid leave like vacation days and all. So then we will be using the benefits module. Okay. So why this benefits module is required for the client? How it is going to be helpful for the client? It's very simple. You can attract your talent. So when the organizations are having some thousands of employees are working, and obviously I would like to identify who are working hard for the organization and smart, and who are making more revenue for the organizations and all. Obviously, I wanted to encourage those employees. And also, I would like to attract new talent from the market into our organization. So then we have to provide very good benefits, right? For that, we need to have different policies, different components, different plans. We have to provide for the employee, employee spouse, employee childs, for the entire family, like, right? So retain the employees and compliance. So other than the payroll, if the organizations wanted to provide some other benefits, this model is going to be helpful. So that we will be having. So especially when it comes to this, sorry, especially when it comes for the benefits module, we will have different programs, and we'll have different plan types. And within the plan type, we'll have plans and options. And whatever the structure we define, that we are going to associate for the employee, so that employee can go for enroll. When employee wants to enroll, then definitely eligibility profile will be there, major part. This eligibility profiles are common in absence management module, compensation, OTL, as well as in goal management and performance management, even here also. The procedure will be same, but we'll have different components and different eligibility criteria, we are going to set up that. Okay. So after defining the eligibility profile, the employees will go with enrollments, rates, and coverages, designations, and all will have. These are rules will come and will be associating with the structure. So when it comes for the eligibility, so whenever we define some benefit program for the employee, which is having some plans, let's say medical plan. So inside of the medical, we have different options. Providers, service providers will have different. If it is dental plan options, vision plan options, life insurance, and again life insurance, basic life insurance, supplemental life insurances, supplemental life insurance for the employee, supplemental life insurance for the employee child. Like that, we can have different options where employee will choose when he is going to enroll for the benefits plan. Okay. So we'll be discussing all these options here. So first we'll start with the structure of the benefits, how we go for structure and configuration of the benefit users and roles, and then how to set up the relationship with the benefit. This is basic thing which is required for every employee. As simple as like in global HR, we see work relationship. When we work in payroll model, we see payroll relationship. And the same way in benefits model, when we are working, we see the benefits relationship. And we provide for which period. So when employee is going to enroll, because some of the benefit plans are voluntarily deductions. So we'll have the elements creation, voluntarily deductions. The moment when we create those things here, then obviously it's going to be created element, that elements will be populated here. Okay. If employee is eligible at a time, multiple life events, at a time, multiple life events. For example, employee we have transferred or we have hired an employee, by default, two life events are available, means two benefit plans are there. Only one we can go for, choose whatever we want to process. The moment when you choose one benefits plan for processing, the second one automatically collapse, right? So that where we will select how to configure that we'll be discussing, and then working with the benefit plans and policies. The first we'll be working with the plan types like medical plan, dental plan, vision, basic life insurance, supplemental life insurances, supplemental spouse and child insurance. We'll also have short-term disability, long-term disability, and we'll have employee assistance programs and all, right? So this all will be mainly in benefits module we'll be discussing. So that's how where it will work here. And whenever we are going to provide these options, we'll be able to find the different plans eligibility profile. So that's we are going to have based on the derived factors, means based on the employee age or based on the employee length of service or age and length of service that we are going to have. So within this employee assignment wise, we can go for cover, and employee assignment range also we can go for change. When I say range, that we are going to have these options like employee personal information. And we can also, recently Oracle has provided, you can also have the custom attributes. Earlier what happened? We were having only the options for the static, now it is having dynamic options also. Now it is having dynamic options also we will be using. So we'll be discussing all these basic benefits setups, configuration and testing, and till the employee enrollment for the benefits plan, and how we can see the benefit elements in person management. Generally, when we go for employee person management, we see that, right? We see the payroll element entries you might have come across. So only for the payroll, sorry, benefits model will come up here. This is just. So this here is element entries. So finally, we see the benefit element entry here. So till that place, we'll be looking at practically. And later, it's very common, right? When you are going to run the payroll, you will pay you'll go for run quick pay for individual employees. You can use object group for multiple employees. You can use standard payroll flows like simplified payroll flow or custom payroll flows and how it will work here. Okay. And of course, the compensation, you will be seeing that here from the compensation point of view. So that's the syllabus for the benefits module when we are talking about here. So we'll see the different roles in benefits. We'll find administrator, specialist, and manager. These are basic roles, administrator and specialist and manager. Depends on the requirement, we can go for customize for creation of the benefits plans. So these are four modules we'll be seeing end-to-end implementation, and make sure that if you are perfect, the course, whatever I'm going to provide, so you'll be able to implement this module directly to the client as a team member without any help from others' point of view. Yeah. Any doubts here, please?
So do you give any help for the Oracle certifications for each module?
I will be explaining like what syllabus Oracle is going to cover for the certification point of view, how the certification will be done. But whatever the topics Oracle is going to raise the questions in the certification, that will be covering in our training. So what I can say is, if you are perfect with my training and also go through the Oracle documentation, I'll show you the documentation, then you can clear the interview yourself. Because now Oracle has given the certification, it's around 65%, I think 60% is theory and 40% is practical. And on the live, they provide the demo instance and ask us to set up that. So we should be practical in that. Yes, you can do that.
So you will be giving the Oracle parts for us to practice.
Sorry, come. Can you please come up?
Do
Oracle?
you give the Oracle part, like for us to practice, do you give the
Yes, yes.
data? Okay.
Yeah, we will be giving the instance. This instance, we'll give it for 6 months. Yeah, we give
Okay.
this demo
And you
instance.
have in-depth, like 4 different modules. Each one is big enough, right? Like, but the time you say is only 30 hours. I can't believe that, like in 30 hours, for me, it feels that each module is going to take that many hours, but you're trying to cover everything in that 40 hours, 30 hours. That's
Yeah.
kind of.
Because we are going to take the audience who are already comfortable with the Fusion applications. As I said in the beginning of the course itself, the prerequisition for this course is this global HR module. So it means you are already clear with following topics like enterprise structure, workforce structure, and then workforce life cycle. And you are clear already lookups. You are clear with the value sets. You are clear with the flex fields. You are clear with the roles, and you are clear with security, how it will work. So a maximum navigation part, you are clear, right? Basically, global HR. These all are very basic concepts. So when we are clear with this, when we start with the ORC module, straight away we'll go for create the requisition. So if somebody is new to ORC, definitely I need to start how to create user account from security console, how to add implementation users, what is implementation project, where do we find ORC enabling, like recruitment, candidate experience and all. So these all again I have to go right. So those all will not be discussed. As I said, the basic things. Straight away we'll go to the module and start working on that. Yeah, that's how we'll be completing.
And when you say that, like you give placement support, so will you give, opportunities for us to look for a job? I mean, when we, with your guidance, we land in a job, after job, if we have any issues, do you provide guidance while on job support?
Well, job support, I cannot give guarantee because I don't want to give false commitment. But if, see, over the phone, I can explain. Over the phone, I can explain, and if you get stuck up somewhere. but not able to, sit and work on that. Because these all are advanced modules, as I said, it's very difficult to get the support. I don't want, but we'll try maximum. So that is the first point. The second point is let me show you, let me explain how we do it from RTL. So we are going to have the complete training on these four modules. During the training itself, we will provide you the resume preparation as well as the interview preparation, and then how you can go for prepare for an interview, and as well as the Udemy courses I will be providing. This is all four modules, FAQs. Like, let me show you. Already we are doing it for the basic modules. Oracle Fusion Cloud FAQ. So module wise, I already given. Outside people has to buy those courses. People who has enrolled. See, this is what the course which for global HR I already updated, and options management is already updated. We are going to do it for all remaining four modules that. Okay. So if you are perfect here, if you go through this no interview point of view, then it's fine. You can easily go for clear the interview point of view. That. So interview point of view, you can go for here FAQs. Sorry. FAQ. And job support, as I said, I'll not be able to give the guarantee because we can give over the phone, like theoretically. If somebody says that you have to sit and complete the task and task-wise we are ready to pay and all, I cannot commit at this point of time, but we'll try it. Yeah.
Are you also
Yeah, let's me. But these four modules, yes, we do. See, we are into Oracle Fusion from 2016. So 2016, we are into Oracle Fusion last 8 years. These four modules, if you say global HR, payroll, options, talent management, yes, we have very good resource. Our senior students are already working, and they are available on job support and ready to take freelance work also. Yes, they provide. That's no doubt about it. This advanced human capital management, very first time we are going to introduce, and of course, other institutions, maybe a couple of institutions might have completed ORC. ORC is okay, yes, couple of people has already started and completed. But when it comes for the compensation module, individual and workforce, when it comes for OTL, time and labor, when it comes for the benefits, exclusively with Redwood and artificial intelligence, this is very first course which we are going to introduce. As per my knowledge, this is the first course we can find in the HCM community. Maybe someone might have conducted, but I'm not sure about that. But we are the first people who are going to conduct this training very first time, which is for the advanced human capital management. Yeah. Please, someone was asking. Yeah.
Yes, are you also introducing the user-defined tables along with the lookups?
Lookups, okay, but user-defined tables is not part of the syllabus, but I'll try to make it. Yes. Yeah. So far, it's not there in the syllabus list, but I can provide, no problem.
Since you said that you mentioned that there's going to be from 26K onwards that only Redwood features will be. Will you tell what is Redwood? Like what's the difference
Yes, yes,
between
yes,
Classic UI and then the Redwood?
yes, yes. We'll be discussing the Redwood. Right now, what Oracle said, actually, Oracle said this quarter, means 25A is the last. Everybody should go for Redwood, should move to Redwood environment. It's mandatory. But what happened? There are some Redwood pages which are not flexible. It means there are some issues with REST API and other actions. Some of the events are not working. So that's why what Oracle decided. They said that 25C. But I'm sure that by end of this year, Oracle provides both options. One is Redwood page as well as the classic page. If client is not comfortable with Redwood, he can move to the responsive UI page. Okay. So what is user interface? what are different user interfaces we got, like classic UI, responsive UI, now Redwood UI. Why Oracle has moved from classic to responsive, from responsive to UI? Is it last one, Redwood UI? Are there any next level? Like those all we'll be discussing. Definitely, there is no question of next level. This will be the final Redwood UI, because most of the clients are nowadays looking for two things. One is automation, another one is artificial intelligence agents. So, as end user point of view, some of the tasks are not possible to do as a human. It's not possible as a human. Those tasks must be done by using artificial intelligence. Okay. So if at all we want to implement automation and artificial intelligence successfully, then Redwood UI is required. Of course, it has got rich look and feel, has got a lot of extensibility, and has got a lot of security. And at the same time, we can easily do the personalizations part. So one of the drawback earlier for SaaS customers was, if you want to go with personalizations, we were having very limited options in Page Composer and Sandbox, but not much exposure on that side. But now in Redwood, we got both express mode and advanced mode. Depends on the requirements, clients can go ahead with that. So that's where we will be discussing in the Redwood. So how we can work with Redwood pages, how to enable and disable. That's, of course, it's very simple, not much complex, enabling the Redwood and disabling the Redwood. But when we want to work with the Redwood pages, we should understand Redwood page architecture internally, how this page is designed.
What is Redwood stands for? What is it?
It's in just UI name, user interface, like front end, how the page looks like, look and feel. From the setups point of view, we see that, for example, talent. This is our classic UI page, normal web page. Now, when we say Redwood page, it has got the complete user interface, is look and feel, and also easily we can go for gather the information with less navigations. For example, I would like to prepare a talent review meeting. Let's say there are around 40 to 50 fields are there, and we can see all the four tabs here, and we'll be able to capture, and we will be clear in a single page what is happening and what. You can, at any point of time, you can move from one page to another page here within this. We also call it as a sub pages, sub tabs also. Okay. So then it
So
will be
this is called
useful.
classic UI, right?
No, this is Redwood page.
Oh, this is Redwood.
This is
Oh,
Redwood page. Okay. And how to enable if client wants to do that, that we will be using. A classic UI is like general web page. I'll show you. And the classic UI, very few pages we got. And this is very important. See,
Sorry
Redwood
to
page.
sorry to interrupt. Like since we will be doing the compensation or like other things, can you take the compensation and show how it looks in the classic UI and then how it differs on the
Yeah,
Redwood?
yeah,
So
we'll
that
come up
way,
with that. Yeah. This is
yeah.
going to be our general, when we say the classic UI here. This is in person management and all. For example, when it comes to the uh, recruitment module. So let's say we are going to work with the recruitment module. Let's say hiring process. This is responsive UI here, job requisitions. So I would like to create a new requisition. This is responsive UI. So whatever person management we have seen, that was classic. Now this is responsive UI, means we are going to fill the data and click continue button one by one, basic information, say, and then hiring team, requisition structure, details, work requirements, posting description, skills. Okay. So what I'll do is, let me, just 1 minute, let me take this screenshot. Yeah, this is responsive UI, right? Let me go with this now.
So we will be getting access to both the database, like to when we go and try experimenting ourselves. And will you give us a project, like to play around?
A database, you are talking about database, I'm sorry. Front-end
In the sense,
application
like,
will be,
to know, yeah, in order for us to know the difference between the Redwood and the classical UI,
yes,
will we get options to go and, like use different parts, the Redwood part and then the classic UI parts, so
yes,
that we
yes,
can, okay.
yes.
And will you give us a project, like, for example, if we are going into the compensation, create a new compensation
Yes, yes,
plan,
yes, yes.
something like
That
that.
that
Okay.
we do it in every module. It's
Okay.
ORC module, for example. You can prepare a job as a recruiter. You can go for conduct a schedule meeting with and team meeting and post this job, like how we see the job in job portals, how the candidate will apply, then how the recruiter will conduct the interviews, providing the feedback, then offer letters and all here. So
And
now
for
I'm
each
going.
month, we will be given a project.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So here in this, right now what happened now in WRC model, right now the page, job requisition page is there in responsive UI. It is a old UI, user interface. What Oracle is telling nowadays to every customer, we are completely moving into the Redwood going forward. So let's be comfortable with the Redwood going forward. They said from 25A, but entire this year, you can have the option. Now, what Oracle says, if you want to move from responsive UI to Redwood, just simple. It's very simple. Redwood is not something complex. It's very simple. So job requisition page, a responsive UI page is there, but I don't want to use that. I want to use the latest one, Redwood page. So what Oracle said, let's take this profile, go to FSM environment, go to global search, go to administrative profiles. Which page you wanted to see in Redwood. This is recruitment page. Right now, this Redwood page is disabled. Let's say enable it. Go for enable this Redwood page, recruitment page. Recruitment page, we are going to enable. So the recruitment page will be in Redwood. Save. Next, I would like to have one more page. Like this, every page you will have profile option. Oracle will give the documentation. In the documentation, we'll see the profile name, search. This is job requisition page, right? Right now, Redwood page is not enabled. I'm going to enable it. Yeah. So earlier we tried to create a job requisition. What happened? It was in response to UI. Now we'll see. Go to hiring. Still it is in this. Let me just log out and log in. Same fields we can find. Same. We don't find any different, either functionality or just look and feel is going to be different. That's all. Any module. For example, we are working with payroll module. Let's say in payroll module, around 7 pages are Redwood pages introduced by Oracle. I would like to use out of 7, 3 pages Redwood pages. Okay, we have to find out what are the profile for that. If we go through Oracle documentation, we see that profiles. Just go to administrator profile, search for the profile, say yes. That will work. Now we can see that. So earlier this job requisition page, it was responsive UI. Now I can see that this is same options we were seeing, right? Left side, it was like it was showing menu. Now it is when I go to job requisitions here and try to create job requisition as hiring manager. Still it is in the same mode. Maybe it takes some time. It works. Let's wait.
I still don't see payroll, learning, performance modules. Are these included?
No, we are not yet. Only 4 modules here. Those all comes under the basic module. As I said, basic course that was in HCM, Global HR, Payroll, Options, and Talent Management, which includes profile, goal, performance, talent review, and success and plan. That was a basic course. And this advanced course, we start straight away with the ORs. Yeah.
Mm.
So if you are looking for the payroll or options or talent, you need to communicate with our admin and go ahead with that. I think this job requisition piece is still at stake, the requisition creation. Yeah, let me, okay, one more profile is there. We are getting job requisition space, but create job requisition page, still it is responsive UI, right? When I click button, create, still I'm getting responsive UI. It means we have not enabled create job requisition Redwood page. We just enabled only job requisition. See, if we look at here, this is only for job requisition. There is one more profile for create job requisition. Let me just go to FSM environment and enable that profile also. Yes, go ahead.
So how would we know, like what to enable for what module, and
Yes,
where would be the documentations?
we will have the entire documentation, which
Okay,
is given by Oracle, module-wise,
okay,
how to enable what profile we have to use. I will be discussing that. It is. Yeah.
okay.
So, job requisition update. Job requisition. This is what enabled. This is whitelist. List submit action we have here.
Personal contribution is also in the basic.
No, personal contribution means very first time I'm listening this. I'm sorry. Can you please more elaborate on that?
There is a module called personal contribution. Is it under payroll? I'm not sure.
Okay. Maybe that is one of the element, right? Maybe personal contribution means it's one of the deduction, right? Involuntary deduction, right? Employee might be personally, voluntarily is going to provide deduction, right? Some contribution to charity means like third party. Is
Uh, uh,
that?
no, but if you go to my client group page, you will find the icon for personal
Oh,
contribution.
okay. Okay. Maybe that is one of the tasks, but very first time, let's see. Um, but it's not there actually in our syllabus so far.
Like, let's say, for example, doing overtime is under benefit or where? Or was it?
Benefits. No, I don't think so. It comes over
It's
there.
OTL, time and labor,
Yeah,
right? It's
And
your
personal
yeah, payroll
contribution.
also, right? Like it is setting up the elements for that paying, can be anywhere.
So you're talking about which one here?
No, since there was a question about the overtime,
Oh, okay.
so it can be a payroll. They have to set an element how they are going to pay for that overtime.
Okay.
It can be time and
So
labor.
for that, you can have two options. One is generally when we work with element, proration retro pay, and one more is the FLSA, Fair Labor Standard Act. So where we will be configuring overtime rates. Yeah, there. But that's not actually is there in our syllabus copy now.
So the instance what we're going to receive, is it going to a Redwood enabled one or normal? Yeah.
See, any instance will have both the things. You will have Redwood option, you will have responsive UI option, and
Oh,
classic
okay.
whatever. So like how I said that right now, right? I said the profile, the same way it works. So we need to just go for enable. If I want to work with Redwood page, just identify which profile is required for that, enable that profile, and then Redwood will be open. And then if we want to see in the Redwood, enabling the profile and disabling the profile is not a big complex. Just if we go through the documentation Oracle, Oracle will give module wise how you can go for enable the Redwood. Like, let me just show you here. If you go to Oracle OER enterprise repository. No, this link might have changed. So let's say when we are working with HR, here we are in HR. Now, adapt Redwood option is there. Select. If I want to utilize this Redwood, module wise, we can go for get it here. So adapting the Redwood, how we can go for personalize here. Yes. Now, if I go for the next option here, if I say all books, whenever we are going to see the particular book here, implementation point of view, version, which version, whatever we are using. So module wise, we see the user guides right here, and also we see the Redwood. So what are the things we can go for adapting this module? That. So we'll be seeing that we have separate profile. I have prepared that. We can share you that Excel sheet. There you can find module wise how you can go for enable or disable the Redwood. But the work what we do as a functional consultant in the Redwood is, of course, enable and disable. That is one of the basic thing. And the second one is we are supposed to customize this Redwood pages. There are three options. One is personalization. Second one is customization. The third one is a develop. This customization and development almost functional people will not involve. Only in the personalizations we will work. We see the express mode, we see the HCM design studio and page composer. What are the differences between these three? Like for classic UI, we were having sandbox space composer, then HCM experience design studio. This is for responsive UI, and express mode. This is for our Redwood pages. We'll be discussing about all these three. And also we can write some field validations, but not complex validations. Complex validations, if we want to work, we have to go to VB Studio, Visual Builder Studio. We have to go there and start working on that. Okay, that's on page development and all. Okay. So then how we can work with the journeys. So nowadays journeys has got very good feedback from the customer point of view. Like by using this Redwood pages, we can discuss how we can set the page properties in that here. So this is going to be the syllabus for the Redwood pages. Yeah. Yes, please go ahead, Nupur.
Hi, sir. Actually, I'm enrolled in an HCM course at 6:30. I just wanted to confirm that are we covering this BB Studio
Yes,
and
yes, yes. This is going
in
to be
that?
that's going to be the extension. You are already a student for this course.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, next. Artificial intelligence in human capital management. So, most of the people, the basic doubt is, will the artificial intelligence will replace our developer's job, means our consultant job? Maybe 10%. not more than that, 10% when it comes to the consultant point of view. Because as a functional consultant, first we have to understand the client's business. The client business maximum we get input in layman language. We'll be getting in layman language. So that AI cannot understand. So we have to interact with the client, gather the requirement, prepare a document, get approval for this document, means requirement, and then we start deployment, means setting up that configurations, and then we go for test. And maybe in the testing scenario, yeah, that I just said, right, 10%. Test cases point of view, we can find artificial intelligence. And then it is majorly at end user point of view, it will be helpful. It will be helpful at end user point of view. For example, I would like to prepare one goal as a manager. I'm working as a sales manager. I'm going to set up some goals to my team. When I'm creating one goal, I would like to have goal responsibilities, goal tasks, goal actions, which will be effective for my team, which will make more, efficient and make sure that everybody should achieve the goal. I can write some description. Maybe it takes some time for me, 3-4 hours. I can write the description. Sometimes I have to think, maybe 1 or 2 days time it will take. But artificial intelligence can suggest, yes, this, whatever the goal you entered, like increase 20% sales in the North America for the next quarter. That's the goal we would like to set for the sales team. Then the manager will take couple of hours or couple of days time to write about the goal, or maybe he can take a help of artificial intelligence, and then he can go for write the same tasks and everything within 2 to 3 hours. So that how it is going to helpful. So Oracle has already entered into artificial intelligence, because the moment when pre-sales people reach these clients, the clients are asking, is your product is compatible for artificial intelligence or not? Earlier they were asking, around 4 or 5 years back, is your product is compatible for cloud or not? Is your product is compatible for mobility or not? Means I want access through mobile, smartphone and desktop. Is your product is compatible for analytics or big data? Or is it compatible for or not? That's what they were asking. Is your product ERP product? Nowadays, those all features are introduced almost every ERP. Especially Oracle has introduced complete in Oracle Fusion. It's 100% cloud compatibility, 100% analytics, 100% mobility, as well as 100% in the big data project point of view that we can access. But is it in artificial intelligence? Is AI agents are there in your application? Will it support? For example, if I want to build new AI agent, can I do that? Earlier, it was not possible in classic UI. Earlier, it was not possible in responsive UI. But in Redwood UI, yes, you can do that. You can do it. You can build your own artificial intelligence agent. What that agent will do is, whatever the human think, that agent can think and give the suggestion to the employee. Okay. How the agent will think? You have to feed that. You have to feed, otherwise it cannot think. You need to feed the information to that. If the scenario comes like this, then take this decision. If the scenario comes like this, take this decision. Like that, we have to prepare the agent with the different scenarios. Then the agent will suggest, depends on the scenario, it will go for. So you must train the agent. Okay, so that's what the clients can do it. But at this point of time, Oracle is very initial stage in the artificial intelligence. But as a functional consultant, now if I'm going to conduct a workshop, my delivery manager or project manager says, let's be perfect. What are the areas artificial intelligence is implemented by Oracle? Because clients will definitely ask you in the workshop conduction saying that, can you tell me in ORC model where AI is there? In performance management model where AI is there? In goal management where I can use the AI. Development of AI is not there at this point of time. Maybe it is there with Oracle main team, but not with the partners. We will not be able to develop new AI agent in human capital management at this point of time. Definitely it will come. I think 1 week back, Oracle introduced AI Studio. Yes, in AI Studio, you can start development of AI agents, like how we use VB Studio for development of the Redwood pages, how we use OICS for development of integrations. Same way, AI Studio is used to build the AI agents. So when you want to build one AI agent, first you have to understand why you want to create this agent, what this agent work. If agent wants to do that, first of all, you need to design the business flow. Then you have to feed, means you have to train that agent. If this scenario comes, take this step. If this scenario comes, take this step. Like that, all the scenarios if we write down and configure it, then next level going forward, if that scenario comes, automatically it will take that step and go ahead, and it will go for save it again. It won't just stop. Like, for example, I given 20 scenarios. If that 20 scenarios comes, it will work. After some time, 21st or 22nd scenario, if it is comes and you given the solution, again it will feed that. So going forward, after some time, it is going to be perfect. In any scenario, it will work. Agent will take a decision and provide the solution for that particular task. Okay. So depends on the client's requirement. They'll be asking like wherever the agent is required. So will it be possible to develop one agent in this page or like that? Okay. So that very long, not at this point of time. But why we have to learn the basic of AI it is as a functional AI agents given by Oracle for us, and will work for us, and how we have to provide the input, that we'll be discussing. Let me show you an example here. These all are like how aggressively Oracle is going, in the AI part with the partnering with the NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is going to provide a very good system to enroll that, like executing this AI agents and all here. Okay, so over 60 Gen AI use cases are there in Oracle Fusion. When it comes for human capital management, 20. In finance and CRM and other places, we also have some AI use cases given by Oracle. Okay. In 2025, Oracle has planned to add 100 Gen AI use cases across the modules in HCM, finance, and all. So wherever is possible, Oracle is providing the agent. Okay. So in performance, I'll give a simple example where the AI will work. We already know that in talent management model, we have performance management, right? So what is the purpose of performance management model? When the organizations wants to capture the employee performance details, when they want to capture check-in templates and feedback templates, feedback about employee performance, then we will be using that model. Let's say around 40 to 50 people has given the feedback about employee. Let's say this is 360 degrees feedback we are going to get. Peers are going to involve in the feedback, as well as we are going to get the feedback from internal customers. Maybe you are getting the feedback from public also, because that is a senior position or some noted people. We wanted to know that about, not only about the person. If you want to know some particular product and all feedback, you may get. So you got a lot of feedback from the people from different. Some people has given ratings, some people has given the words, some people has given just statements like that. Out of all that, let's say you have received 100 feedbacks. As a manager, I cannot go through all the 100 feedbacks. Even if I go through 4 or 5 feedbacks, it's very difficult to remember the first one. Right. So now what Oracle says, we implemented one AI agent here in the feedback analyzation. In the feedback analyzation. So what this AI agent will do, whatever the feedbacks received, it will go for analyze. And finally, it will give you a conclusion. Okay, out of all these feedbacks, this is what actually the employee performance. Here is employee has got strength. Here is employee has got weakness. And these are the suggestions employee can go for improve. These are the areas and points. Okay. Now, artificial intelligence, AI agent is going to give the suggestion that this is the best for this employee if they wanted to give some final proof for the feedback. Then once AI is generated, finally, as a human, means as a manager, then I can go through this, okay, and wherever is required, I can go for include, means I can make modifications, and then finally I can go for conclude that. Yeah. So it is there already in goal management, in performance management, as well as in the recruitment, job requisitions part, and also the candidate selection process, and also in the candidate profile screening process. AI is already implemented by Oracle. Okay. But how it will work and what are the areas it is there, how we can go for enable, we need to understand. Okay. So we will be discussing all the 17, I think 17 places Oracle has provided up so far. So far 17 places in HCM, human capital. I'll be explaining what are those areas. Okay. And we'll be seeing couple of places how we can use that AI. And this is going to be helpful when you are conducting the workshop to your customers. This is not development of AI agent, remember. This is using of AI in HCM. We are not developing AI agent. Development is a different concept. For that, Oracle has not given the permission so far to us. They given just AI Studio 1 week back permission to the partners, not for outside, not to the public. Maybe it takes 1 year time for us to give AI Studio access for development of AI agents. Maybe early also. I predict 1 year takes time for accessing. But meanwhile, obviously, we are supposed to know what is what AI and what are the places, how it will be used, usage of the AI. That's what we are going to cover in this. Yeah.
Do we have to have any setup like Redwood? We have to go and use, yes, something like that. Do we have to do? How do we get that
Yeah,
AI?
just now. Oh, okay. AI it is not required, but there is one application setup, AI app developer, that we have to enable. So it will work on all the places.
Okay,
It's
that
not
is something
required.
that we have
Yes,
to do. Okay.
yes. We have to enable. Otherwise, that AI option will not be available. It is not separate license cost. Actually, AI is a part of the application
Yeah,
itself.
because it's
Once,
all cloud, right? Like,
yeah.
we have to enable or
But some
disable one.
clients, they don't want to see this AI assistant. That's why by default, what happened, it will be disabled. The client can go for enable it. So one time,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine, guys. That's about the syllabus what we are going to cover here. As I said, 30 working hours, maybe 4 5 hours. Obviously, it will be extended, not less than 30. It will go for between 30 to 40 hours. It will land. And once we, when once we the training is over, as soon as I'll be giving you all the access through the Udemy. We are going to provide the access, all the recording sessions, everything you can access through the Udemy. Okay, yeah, fine. Thank you. Thanks for your time you have
One quick
spent with us.
question.
Yeah, please.
So, when is the session starting and what is the
Yes,
timing for you?
sessions from Monday we are going to start. Monday it will be the first batch which we are going to start from Monday. It will be 7:30 p.m. IST. Next, I think after 15 days. Just 1 minute. My laptop is getting batteries. April 15th or 16th, maybe between that. So that will be on April 16th, let's say 2025. It will be 6:30 a.m. IST. Yeah. So that's two. Okay. So these two things are going to be live sessions. So after that, I don't think so. There will be live sessions. There will be only Udemy courses. Yeah.
Uh, so Chandra, so as far as so you said there is 18 instances that have enabled AI. So
Yeah.
do you which particularly on performance or
Goal
payroll,
management. No, payroll is not there. Goal management we have.
role
And ORC.
management?
ORC we
ORC.
have. Yeah, and job requisitions we have.
Okay, because of the consolidating the feedback and
Yes, yes,
reviewing. Okay, identifying. Okay,
yes, yes.
got it.
Okay. So these are the two batches we are going to come up from Monday. Monday means what's that today is on 22nd, 23, 24. Yeah, 24 March 2025. 7:30 p.m. IST. Yeah, Niharika, you said that I have no idea about global HR. I'm new to. No, it's not possible. It's better to start from the basics. You please communicate with our admin. Join for the basic course of HCM. So this course you cannot understand. Harita, fees of this course, you please communicate with our admin so that our admin will take care. Okay. So you can see that our admin number and this year. This is you can call to them in case if they are not lifting due to other call, you can WhatsApp them so that they'll come back to you again. Regarding the course and other things. Yeah. So we decided to provide these two courses, two batches on the live. So going forward, I don't think so live sessions will be there. We publish it in Udemy. So if somebody wants to buy, they can buy it later. But these two are live. As I said, these two timings, these two are live.
These two are live means like only these two particular days session will be live.
No, 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 no. Entire batch. If we
Okay.
start on 24th March, end of the April we'll close it. Maybe end of the April. Maybe of course in May also. Maybe 1 week it
And
will be
when you
extended.
say it's starting on Monday, it will be every day or
Monday to
every
Friday.
weekday? Monday
Monday
to
to
Friday.
Friday.
And how
Yes.
long it is?
Monday to Friday, 7:30 it will be started and closed at 8:30.
PM, right? Not PM.
8:30
Hours.
p.m. Yes, yes, PM.
Okay.
PM IST. Okay.
What is this? It is April 16 is ending date, you mean to say?
No,
Or
no,
that is a
this is
different,
another batch, 6:30 a.m. IST. This
that
is
is
our,
also for advanced HCM.
yes, yes, yes. This is going to be our first batch, and this is going to be our second batch. Because right now the basic modules are going on for this batch, 6:30 a.m. IST. So once those basic modules are completed, then advanced will be started.
So after the completion of course only that recorded session will be available in Udemy or in
No, no,
between?
no, 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 immediately. Otherwise, how you can go for practice? Class-wise immediately. As soon as class completed, there will be a
So every day's recording session will be
yes,
uploaded in
yes, yes,
Udemy.
exactly. The reason why we are going for Udemy is nowadays we know that Oracle is including new features every quarter. See, you completed the training in March, April, May, and after 2, 3 months, new feature has came. So I'm going to prepare a video for that. So again, it is difficult for me to share through the drive and other things for all the batches. So if I give the access to Udemy, what happened? I'll upload in Udemy. So it will be access to all the people who has enrolled, right? So it is always up to date. That's the reason we decided to go for it.
Okay. So moving forward, any update or any new thing,
Yes,
done by Oracle, so which we do a real practices or training or whatever the classroom will be updated in Udemy, so
yes,
that
yes.
we will follow that. Okay, cool.
See, we ORC I have conducted today in 25C, one new option given by Oracle. So what I'll do, 30 minutes or 20 minutes, I'll prepare a video, I'll add into the course in that Udemy so that you can access, right? You are already enrolled. So we'll give the enrollment access, right? So you can access directly. Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time. You have spent with me last 2 hours. Mm. Any doubts related to any other things, you can communicate with our admin. Thank you. Let's see you on Monday on the first ORC class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all.